YouTube, hello Twitch, it is Darkest Dungeon 1. This game is fantastic. I wish they'd make a second one. Smile. It's really hard, this game. I've never completed it before. I've got pretty close and then just kind of like fell off. So this is my I want to actually complete the game playthrough. I'm not going to do anything particularly special about it. There's no like fancy bells and whistle mods attached to it. It does have all the DLCs in, as you can see as I'm starting the game. It's my first estate. The Crimson Court increases the complexity and pressure of the campaign. It's recommended for experienced players. I'm fine with that being on. I have checked that out before in the past. It has been some time though since I checked it out. I'm not going to put it on Balls in a Vice difficulty. Equally, I'm not going to put it on Radiant. We'll just go on Darkest. And this will be the... not the Darkest estate. This is the Andalone... please, my A key. There you go. Andalono estate of Spookums. There you go. Perfect.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
The narration on this game is so fantastic. It sets the scene so well. The art style, the theme, it just ticks all the boxes for me. Anyway, I believe we have to do like a tutorial level right now. I will do the tutorial level. I'm not going to say, you know, I'm great at this game. I'm definitely not. But I am aware of like roughly how it works and, you know, other things about it. I don't remember all the interactions, you know, like you can put bandages on the Iron Maidens, I think it is, to potentially like devolve that situation to something that is a positive outcome. But I don't remember all of them, so that will definitely catch me out at some point. So enjoy that at some point. I'd also enjoy it if you loaded the level. I'll just give it a second. It has to, you know, whir up. It's building the game, building the estate. There you go. Right, can I rename people from here? Or do I have to do it in the courtyard? Currently in a room, you can move forth, click on another room on the map display. This will take you to connecting hallway. Also, I apologize again to YouTube. Let me get this in order immediately. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Let's move the camera. Do I want to move the goal as well? The goal is slightly obscuring some stats. And it's actually an important stat, so I'll move the goal as well. You can live up here for now. Alright, perfect. Oh, maybe it's because of the tutorial I can't get into the actual main menu. We'll do the naming later.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path.
While in the hallway, you can push D or A to move forwards and backwards. If you prefer the mouse, you can click ahead. I prefer using A and D.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion.
Ah, surprise!
Hear of your arrival.
Kill the enemy. Combat is turn-based. On your hero's turn, click a skill icon, and then click on a highlighted target. If you can't select a particular skill, it's because that hero needs to be standing in a different spot, or there are no valid targets. If you've never played this game before, firstly you should, because it's an actually fantastic game. One of the big aspects of this game is that there are 4 positions. So currently there's only 2 characters for us and 1 for them, so you can't see it, but there's a maximum 4 on both sides. But abilities, as you can see above here, can only be used if you're in certain positions and can only target opponents' certain positions. So, for example, this open vein on the Highwayman, Dismas, I can only use it in positions 1, 2, and 3. And it can only hit positions 1 and 2 on the opponents. That's what those blips mean, the yellow blips are your team, the red blips are the opponent team. Open vein has a base accuracy of 95, damage mod minus 15%, so the weapon has a certain damage, and this modifies the damage of that. It is a melee attack, it does bleed. The bleed is 2 points of damage per round for 3 rounds. And also it debuffs the target for speed and bleed resist. We've also got Grape Shot Blast. The arrow-like things that are connecting the dots, or the line connecting the dots, means it hits all those 3 positions. This is the AoE attack. We're just going to do a nice little open vein here. And of course, the campaign is cursed. Actually, that might be preceded, I don't know. Alright, Reynold, the tanky character, the Crusader. We have Smite, which does extra damage versus Unholy. This guy is a human, he's not unholy, so that's not going to give me the extra damage. And it's only 85 accurate. Zealous Accusation hits the first 2 positions. Again, 85 accurate. Does less damage and has a lower crit mod. Stunning Blow, which is probably what I'm going to use, it's a very strong ability. Again, accuracy only 90%. Half damage of the weapon, but it stuns people. Guaranteed stun. Now, I say guaranteed, it's not actually truly guaranteed with this game. So the way it works for the status effects, I have a 100% chance to stun an enemy. This guy has a 25% resist. So I believe what happens is it does the 100, takes 25 off it, so it means I have a 75% chance to stun them. There are some enemies that might have 200% resistance to a certain status effect, and that basically means you can't ever apply it, right? So you have to be aware of what your ability does and the resistance is. And then finally we have Bulwark of Faith. It increases my light, and this is the meter at the top of the screen. We'll worry about the light in a moment, the tutorial will talk to me about it. It marks me, so I'm more favourable as an attack target. And also gives me some protection, which means I think I take less damage. I am just going to Stunning Blow this guy. He resisted, so I missed the first one and then he got the 25 resist. And then crit me. Alright, sorry, I didn't realize he was getting another turn, but a little bit salty about this opening. There you go. And the bleed. So this arrow shows that he's getting debuffed. He's taking 2 damage per round. He is only on 3 health. We will just go with a Smite here. The damage was 6 to 12, by the way, on the weapon. There you go. Each item, if you take, will occupy space in your inventory. This is another key aspect. You have very limited inventory slots. Mouse over the items to show details about them. This works in your inventory too. We have some gold. I'll take it. And the gold goes into my inventory. So it looks like I've got a lot of space right now, but trust me when we do an actual run, that's going to empty pretty quickly. Now, food, you need it in certain events. This tutorial probably won't have that event. The events are camping, basically. They also do provide you with a bit of heal, so I'm going to actually have you... How do I do the eaty thing? There, you right-click, okay. I'm going to have you eat to heal for 4, because you got kind of obliterated. While exploring, you can find interactive objects. Press W or click to investigate them. So, you may notice there's an icon here. There are some of these like little objective events where you can put an item here and it gives you a better roll on the event, where otherwise if you don't put anything here, you can get a really negative roll, and sometimes you get truly heinous stuff if you don't put stuff here. It's the tutorial though, so I'll do it as it says. 75 more gold, lovely jubbly.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
Alright, another surprise, excellent.
An ambush.
I'm going to try and kill the Fusilier as fast as possible. I now also have the ability to use pistol shots. That can't hit position 1, but it can hit 2, 3, and 4. It has 85 accuracy. The damage mod is minus 15 as well. The crit mod, though, is plus 7.5%, so more likely to crit and does more damage versus a marked enemy. And then finally we have tracking shot. 95% accurate, minus 80 on the damage mod, so this is very low damage. It bypasses stealth, de-stealths, and then self, plus 12% damage, plus 6 accuracy, plus 4% crit, so it's like a buff to myself. I'm gonna go for the crit on this guy. Didn't get it. So be it. And then, what is your stun resistance? It's 50%, so this is only 50-50 on the stun. Still, I'm gonna try it. There you go. Luck was eventually, you know, gonna come on my side. This, by the way, if an enemy gets stunned, to stop you just chain stunning them, they get plus stun resist for a round. Very nice. Well, I say very nice. Very nice for them, but not for me. Okay, we might as well take the 90%. Oh, I can't hit you with it, though. 75 AC on this. Okay, we'll take another pistol shot then. Nice.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
When most monsters die, they leave corpses. Corpses act as a temporary obstacle and will eventually go away on their own. You can attack corpses to destroy them faster, but often a better approach is to use range skills, push or pull skills, and even corpse clearing special skills that some heroes possess. Monsters killed with bleed, blight, or crits leave no corpses at all. Very useful in certain circumstances this, so as the game said, this corpse now is just going to loiter here for a few turns and eventually will dissipate. Or I can destroy it myself. But if you poison them or bleed them or something like that, or you get a crit, clearing the space is very nice because every enemy moves forward. So like if you have an enemy in position 4 that only works really well in position 4, and you kill the enemy in front and clear the corpse, it might pull them into, you know, positions 3, position 2, and they might not be effective from there. So there's a lot to think about in this game. Anyway, this guy's stun resistance is actually insane right now. So I'm just going to give you an attack. Nice crit. Oh, baby. And the crit gave me a positive effect as well. Very sweet. Alright, we can just open this guy's veins now. And if this hits, plus 15, 6 to 12. So you are going to die.
A victory. Perhaps
the blood is a special type of supply item, so this is for the DLC, the Crimson Court. Any collected bottles of blood will be retained in your estate at the quest end. They may be added to the provisions of embarking parties. The blood is rare, spread it around wisely amongst those in need. And we also get some deeds, which are upgrades for the town. After you've completed the requirements of a quest, you don't have to, you have the option to return home. At any time, just click the crest. You don't need to return to the starting room of the dungeon exit. We're going to continue adventuring right now, game, if you don't mind, because there is a chest here. By the way, whoever I click on as well is the person that opens the chest. So I'm going to have Dismas open the chest. I can't remember now if he's got any ability to unlock or like some innate ability for unlocking. There is a stat associated with it. Okay, it's trapped. We get blight, but it doesn't matter about the blight because all I do now is click this and leave. Cool. Tutorial successfully navigated. And Reynard has egomania, obsessed with self-worship, and he's thick-blooded, he's got blight resist. This is another really cool thing about this game. As you level up, and as other events happen, you get these positive quirks, and you get negative quirks as well. The negative quirks can be pretty obnoxious. And they can really mean, like, they can make huge differences in dungeons. For example, you might get, like, fear of beasts, and it might mean that you don't want to go into certain dungeons where beasts exist, as you will go completely bonkers. Anyway, I'm pretty certain the egomania is, there's a church or something like that in the city. I think this means that Reynard will every so often just lock himself in the church and won't be available for action. It's annoying, but I can live with it. I drink the blood of my enemies, you're eating a pear. Okay, Mew.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet These corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Okay, you may also notice in the characters who are in the top right now, there's this other bar that's separate from the health bar, these like white squares. This is like your sanity meter, and you can die to just going completely insane in this game. So there's like 2 health bars to manage. One of them's the health bar, one of them's the sanity bar. And you can pick up sanity for various things, like getting bad outcomes and events. Getting crit also, I think, gives you like a sanity debuff. Walking around in the dark, we don't even talk about the light level in missions yet. That makes you go pretty goddamn insane as well. Anyway, there's a nice activity log here in case you miss things. We have Dismas is leveled up to level 1, Reynard is leveled up to level 1, very cool. And we have some quests. We need to defeat the Apprentice Necromancer, the Sonorous Prophet, the Necromancer, the Fulminating Prophet, the Necromancer Lord, okay, you get the gist. I have to beat a bunch of bosses. Get help where you may. On any screen in the game, press and hold H to see contextual help for controls in that mode. Very useful. Very nice. Right, the first place I want to go to is the stagecoach. We want to recruit some new heroes. Because, as I said, we have 4 slots. We want to use them.
Fools and corpses. All will find their way to us.
Right, we have a Vestal and a Plague Doctor. I think this is also like predefined that you always get the Vestal
and unrelenting,
and the Plague Doctor first. We also have this here, so you can upgrade some of these places to get better stuff from your city. For example, I could spend 3, what are these called? Deeds. I could spend Deeds and Crest, right, these are called, to increase the number of available heroes to 3. So you saw that I only got 2 there. Next cycle, I will get 3 if I upgrade this. I can also increase the size of my hero roster. I'm currently limited to 10 people. We will be doing this at some point. And also, I can upgrade here, but I have some prerequisites to get these upgrades. And instead of them coming in at like level 0, they'll come in at like levels 1, 2, 3, and so on. You get the gist. For now, I'm going to hold off on this, because I want to see other upgrades I can get. I will, though... Right-click is how you get into this. Okay. There isn't much more I can do right now in town. Time to embark. No, it's not time to embark. It's actually time to rename my Vestal, because I had a request from YouTube. Right. I don't think I'm going to be able to get your entire name on this, but we have... And I'm also not going to be able to pronounce your name. I think I can get Prana on there. Is that how you pronounce this? So, we'll have Prana as the Vestal. Welcome aboard. Let me have a look what they have. They have Ruins Tactician, so they have extra damage whilst they're in the ruins. We are rewarded for putting in the ruins. Bears the crushing guilt of deeds real and imagined. Guilty conscience. I'm actually not sure what this debuff does. I'm a little bit spooked by it though. We can also switch the outfits. If you have any preference of colours, we can sort that out. You know what? You're a Vestal. I think you're a holy person. You can be in white. And these are also the skills. But we'll go into the skills as we go into another mission. We've also got a Plague Doctor who has 2 bad quirks. So they have -5 act on range skills. Which is unfortunate because all your skills are ranged, right? No, you have a knife somewhere. You have 1 melee attack. And you have -1 speed. That's really bad. It's really, truly awful. Okay. Newmew, do you have any interest in getting in on the act as well? Would you like to be a Plague Doctor or something? Speak now or forever hold your peace. This is also where all the meat bags are going to go to eventually, because you're not living till the end of the campaign, probably. I will do my best. I'm aware that the optimal strategy for this game is basically to use people as a resource and discard them eventually. I will do my best to keep people alive, okay? And I will try and, recover them and so on and so forth. That is my promise. Until I get really cheesed off or something. In which case, I may sacrifice you. For now, though, I'm not in the mood for sacrificing.
Trinkets and charms gathered from all.
We've also got the Nomad Wagon, where we can purchase items that we can equip. It's like trinkets for a character. We have Bleedstone. plus 50% bleed skill chance, which would be pretty good on Dismas, or the Worry Stone, plus 10% virtue chance, minus 10% stress, minus 1 speed. I have only 5.9k and I need to equip myself, so I'm going to hold off on that. It would be nice, but I don't super need it. And then I think the Ancestral Memories, yeah, it's just the story, basically. So, we've cleared all of this. I think what I will do, though, let's get 3 people coming next time. And that will get me to 7 people, and the time afterwards I'll get up to 10, assuming no one dies. Whoops. And let's embark on a mission. This is where you select a quest. Yeah, okay. This is where you select the quest and form of adventuring party of 4 heroes to embark on it. Click on quest to see their details, drag heroes into slots, basically to put them on the mission. So we have got Reynode and Dismas currently in 1 and 2. I'm happy with that. You currently, I love these preferred positions. You like to sit in 4 or 3. So somewhere at the back. You can be in 4, 3, and a little bit in 2. So I'll put you in 3 for now. And I'll put you in 4. I believe, and I don't quote me on this one, I believe typically the enemies normally target the first 2 slots rather than the last 2 slots. It's like a preference for it. There's probably some enemies here that are exceptions to the rule and they only target the back enemy. Anyway, so the only quest we've got on offer here is the ruins, which is nice because you have Ruins Explorer. I have to explore 90% of the rooms. It's an apprentice mission. If I do it, I get 3k gold. I get 4 crests, and I get this Bleedstone that I considered buying. Cool.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
You want to take different supplies depending on which region you're going to, how long the quest is, and your own preferences, but always bring some food and torches. For the first short quest, try bringing at least 8 food and 4 torches. Deal. 4 of those, and where is the food? There you go. When you end the mission, if you don't spend your resource, you do get some money back from it, but it's not the same as the amount of money you paid for it. It's like, I don't think it's half, or maybe it is half. It's definitely not the full amount. We could also buy some useful other items, and I'm actually going to buy a shovel, useful for clearing out roots. Then we also have anti-venom. It can counter blights, poison, and toxins. So if we get, blight, I can cleanse it. Bandage is the equivalent for bleed. Medicinal herbs remove debuffs, I believe. Keys unlock things. You know what? Give me a key as well. Holy water increases resistances, so it gives you a buff. Laudanum, I think, is something to do with cleansing the insanity. This was a more recent item. I say more recent. It was an item that was probably added to the game 7 years ago, not 8 years ago. And then we don't have the shard dust. This is from a completely different DLC. And we only have 1 blood right now, which we collected on the first mission. I'm pretty content with this. I'm just toying with whether or not I want a bandage or something. I don't quite remember exactly what we expect in the ruins. I think the ruins has a bunch of skelly bobs. So I don't think we're getting blighted too much. Give me a bandage as well. And then we'll send it. Now, in the future, there might be some runs where we want to fully kit out our squad, like we were trying to complete an objective. We're not really worried about collecting too much money, just that we complete the objective. That is the numero uno important thing. There's going to be some situations as well where we want to collect resources, we want to get money and stuff, and we might not want to kit our guys out with as much stuff, and they might just, let Jesus take the wheel, so to speak. We'll just risk it. This is kind of in the middle. Okay, this event gives me a torch. Very nice. Alright, I guess this is the time as well to mention this light meter. So, there is a light meter. If you burn torches, you fill the light up again. I can't remember exactly how much a torch gives you. Does it tell you on this? No. Just to increase it. If you're at high light, you have reduced accuracy, but you have an increased chance of getting a monster surprised event. If you let the light go very dim, you start to take sanity damage. However, you are more accurate, I believe, to a point at the very least. I can't remember if it goes completely dark if you've still got the increased accuracy. Someone can tell me if, you know, I'm right or wrong on that, but I'm pretty certain on dim light at least. Or, you know, sorry, not dim light, but what it doesn't say. But not in complete darkness, but the stage before it, you have increased chance to hit. You also, like, complete darkness, get better loot. So there's this, like, gamble. Do I want to play in complete darkness? It is going to give me better loot, but I'm going to cause all my people to have a psychotic breakdown. Anyway. We have Noxious Blasts. Hits positions 1 or 2. 95% accuracy. 80% reduced damage. Crit plus 5%. It applies Blight for 5 damage for 3 rounds. A lot of damage, but again, it is it's slow burning, so to speak. We've then got Battlefield Medicine, which is a heal for 1. Big. But it also removes Blight and Bleed. Very nice. And then we also have Emboldening Vapors. I can increase the damage and speed on a target. Now, these guys don't have particularly good Blight resistance, so I'm just going to throw out a little Noxious Blast. Perfect. Alright. These have got very high bleed resist because they are, you know, skelly bobs. 200% bleed resist, I can't bleed this guy. So instead, what I think I'm going to do... This fight isn't going to go on too long. The dream here is I kill them before they get to act. What is their speed? Does it tell me? It doesn't. Oh no, it does. 1. Your speed 1, so I don't exactly remember how the speed tie works. Your speed 4, so I will get another turn after this. Open Veins, 5 to 10, you have 8. Minus 50% damage mod on it though, so I think it's more like 4 to 9. I'm not exactly, again, certain how the rounding works. So we haven't got a really good chance of killing this guy, is what I'm suggesting. Then again, I don't think I've got a better option, so we didn't kill him. Right. The Vestal has a nice healing skill. They have a heal for 4 to 5. Very powerful in the early game. They also have Judgment, which gives me a self-heal and does some decent damage. And we also have Dazzling Light, which gives you plus Torch and can give you a stun. It is minus 75% on the damage mod though, so we're probably doing 1 or 2 off the damage. You're taking 5. I think I'm just going to go for a Judgment here and just make sure someone dies. Let me kill this guy. And then hope that we beat the speed tie. We did. 85, 85, 90 on the Stunning Blow. I'm going to take Stunning Blow then, because I only need to do 2. He's stunned, he's poisoned, he dies. Give me the money. And this is an unlocked strongbox, so I think the key does nothing here. Open it, Dismas. Ah, the contents are all mine. Ooh, another shovel, some citrine, and some gold. A boon at last, indeed, Dismas. Ah! This is as if it's tutorialized.
Stone seems bent on preventing passage.
No, we will use the shovel, please. Sorry, I was just checking to make sure I clicked the right thing there, because if you use your bare hands, you take damage and go slightly insane. The light is fading. The current torch level greatly affects many mechanics in the game. The darker it gets, the harder things get, but the better the rewards. Right-click on a torch from the inventory to boost the light up. So currently, I'm getting plus loot. I got a surprise, though. That's the other downside of going very dark. And surprise is really bad in this game because it messes the order up. But anyway, we have increased crit chance and reduced chance of monster surprise. Okay, so in this position, Dismas can't really do much, but I don't really want to move him forwards right now, as the Crusader needs to go front and center. So I'm just going to use your shoot skill, I think. Actually, maybe I'll give myself a little buff here. You know what, let's try it. Oh, you hit the enemy with it. Wait. Oh, you remove stealth. It's just a D-stealth. Sorry, I forgot what this did. And it does small damage. Okay, never mind. I'll just shoot you. Huge dismass. What a big crit. And that cleanses some sanity loss. Right. You need to go backwards. The Vestal can work in position 1. Not ideally with my build, but I'll hold you here for now. 85 base. Damage mod minus 50. Extra damage versus Unholy. Hey, look at these two Unholy dudes. This guy is yet to attack. I will attack you. Maybe I get a crit. Maybe I get a kill. We didn't. And then you can't do anything in position 3, so you have to go forwards. Nice dodge. I'm just going to hold you here at this point.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Right, you can't... You might as well move forwards. You can't hit position 1 from here. Ow. Kind of what you're here for, though, so... I should have gone for a stun there. It's not too bad. I just want to have a turn where I can heal, but the only person I can heal with anyway is the Plague Doctor. So actually, I'm just going to end it. We'll do the healing in the next battle.
Destroy them all.
I will proc a torch now. Whoops. I clicked the backwards key for a second. How do you use this again? How do I make you move backwards? Oh, I just click on the person to swap with. Okay, fair enough. I think this is how I had you, and this is how I'll keep you. Let me flick the torch full again. I don't want to take too much stress damage right now. What did you miss? You've not missed much, Mew, honestly. I think with improved light as well, you get a increased scouting chance. Which is very useful because this is showing me there's a Curio here to interact with. Also, it's showing me there's a trap over here. There's a little like mini battle here for some treasure. I will do it. And a room battle with a Curio in it. I may also do that.
A fortune waiting
cool.
to be spent.
Okay. Are we ready for battle? I will crank this up again to try and get a surprise, I think, on the fight. Okay, the sanity person needs to go. We got the surprise, which is huge. To be fair, I think this affects my accuracy as well, right? I get plus dodge, plus stress from monsters, monster crits. Maybe I'm wrong on the accuracy. Maybe you have to be like at full brightness to get the accuracy debuff. Anyway. I have a plague grenade here which hits 3 and 4, obviously not great right now. I guess I'm going to have the Brawler get poisoned. You have the most health. They resisted. That was an 80% chance to hit.
Compassion is a rarity in the fever.
Alright, we've done basically nothing. Excellent. I'll go for a kill here. Nice.
Gone, fiend.
Plus 20 stress. Huge bleed resist there. I maybe should have gone for a stun here. And now you crit. I guess it's going to give me a sanity improvement. Not as much as I was hoping. Let's go for a heal. I know it's a nice crit heal. I'm slightly sandbagging the fight. Now, you do get punished for sandbagging fights. You will start to lose sanity if you just prolong the fight. I also missed a stun, which is a pretty unfortunate situation. Huge dodge. Alright, we'll start killing him now. And you can also go for the kill. Right, we got a bus, we got some citron, we got some crests, very nice. We have a treasure chest. This is what I brought a key for. Okay, cool. Very useful stuff. Right, select dismass and be very careful. There's a trap incoming. There you go. So, trap disarmor and dismass 90% on our Vestal. Prana, I believe, 50. Dro, 60, and you are 60 as well. We'll have dismass do this. I keep forgetting if it's a left click or a right click. We successfully did it, so we got a big sanity boon. I don't have anyone that can really do sanity healing right now. So our Plague Doctor kind of just has to eat it for now. I should probably also crank the torch. I'm going to just keep going this way for now.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
I was about to say, we've not had it yet, but we will get a hunger trigger eventually. My people are hungry. They shall eat for food. Gives them a little heal. If you don't do that, I believe they take damage and go very insane. Managing sanity is like a key component of this game. I am aware the torch is going out. I will use the shovel. I'm gonna risk it a little bit more. No surprise? No surprise. Alright. Person who needs to be killed the most. I need to deal with this guy, the Bone Courtier, as they will make me go completely bonkers. 7 is a good start. Now, these guys are also big nerds, big jerks. They're going to do a lot of damage to me, but I can leave him for a little bit longer. Do I want to stun here? No, I think I want to kill here. And the self-heal, very good. Okay. You should probably start doing some blighting. This guy's only got a 10% blight resist. He does have 25% protection, so he takes reduced damage. The perfect target to poison. So he's effectively dead, but obviously I don't want to let him have 2 more turns. Right, you are going to do some stunning. Deadweight is a move ability. I'd rather you not do anything like that. Bonk. Nice. Alright, you start dealing with the Arbalist now. Ugh. Your health is getting a little bit low. If I was to be a hero from Fantasy World, what class would you be? Classically, when I played D&D as not, the DM, I often played as a paladin. I kind of like the paladin as a mixture between sword and board and having a few spells, but not too many spells that, it gets around to your turn, you're like, I'm reading through my spell book. Which spell do I use? If I use Prestidigitation, can I do this effect? It's like I buff myself with +2 armor. Do your turn. So yeah, I respect the paladin for that. I could play Grenade the back unit. I think I will. Okay, we got the Blight. We also got it on the Corpse, interestingly. You're dead to poison, so I don't need to worry about the front unit anymore. This mass is taking a lot of damage, I will concede that. Huge crit. If only for sanity reasons. Nine health. I might as well go for another plague grenade here. The blight stacks, by the way. So now he's taking 8.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
What order is this now? This is kind of important. You're 4... 0 speed, 2 speed. So I'm pretty certain I'll get a heal after this. So let me just give him one of these on the corpse to sandbag a turn, basically. Then I get to take a heal here. Magnificent. And now you get the kill here, please.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
We're going to continue adventuring for now. Use a key. What I could have done then as well, I don't think it matters for that event, but if you get a positive event, I could make Dreo do it so that he gets the sanity back. I didn't get any sanity then, so it didn't really matter. Now, if I want to be very, very greedy, I could go and try and do one more event. Oh, I can't because there's no path there. Alright, I'm not going to let everyone go insane to walk back for the curio. I will end it here. Sorry, I thought it was actually all connected together at the end. Pretty good stuff, though. And more importantly, some levels, some experience. Beast Hater, we have extra damage versus beasts, and we take less stress from beasts. Very good. More damage in the wield. Note. This mass good in the wield. Paranormania, obsessed with the paranormal. This might be, if you see like an occultic curio, as it calls it in the game. Prana might just open it now without me interacting with it. And weird reconstruction, you have minus 20% healing received. Also pretty goddamn bad. There are ways of cleansing these debuffs, by the way. He's literally telling me now.
And the corpse wagons stand at the ready.
Over time, some negative quirks will lock into place and become severe. Some negative quirks cost much more to remove in the sanatorium. Yeah, there's a sanatorium basically, and you can remove negative quirks, but it costs a lot of money to do it. The Butcher's Circus, we can enter the ring and do some PvP. I will not be doing that. Spoilers, I will, you know, I'll do the other DLCs, but I'm not really interested in that one. Right, who are we getting? A bounty hunter. Perfect. A jester. Perfect. And another crusader. Perfect. Do you have any interest on being the jester, the crusader, or the plague doctor? I've already got someone for the bounty hunter for now. Our bounty hunter is going to be Suarez. More specifically, can I fit this? How much room? Oh, I can. Marcelo Suarez is our bounty hunter. Whoops. Didn't mean to do the go ahead. Anyway, there's a strange glow at the farm set. This is another DLC. The comet's impact was felt here in the hamlet. The great impact toppled gravestones and kicked up a cloud of dust that covered the entire region. When it finally settled, an eerie miasma was seen to spread from the mill. It distorted the rules of time and space far beyond imagination. Venture to the miller's farm to see what has to be done. I will deal with this later. So this is another location that was added in one of the DLCs. And it's kind of like a... And I've only done this a few times. It's like a horde mode where you have to beat fight after fight after fight. And eventually you can, like, you know, cash out at a certain point. Or I believe you can push all the way through to a certain boss. Basically, it works slightly different from the rest of the game. Anyway, now we have options of stressful relief, because we obviously don't want to put Dreo out again right now, because they are going really insane. We can put him in the Abbey, we can put him in the Tavern. Do you have any special quirks? We've locked in Lazy Eye and Slow Reflexes. Doesn't matter, what can be done? Okay, you have no preference. Plague Doctor? Let's whack you in the Abbey.
The pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful.
Heroes relieve stress by taking part in activities in the tavern and the Abbey. Each activity has different side effects. Experiment to find the best activity for each hero, depending on their quirks. Committing a hero to an activity locks them in that activity until the next week, i.e. I can't use them on Embark. You'll have to take a different hero with you on the next quest. This is why it's important to have a big roster of people. Anyway, like the other locations, the Abbey can be improved. For now, I'm just going to throw you in here, and I will commit the 1k. Now, I believe, again, if you want to play this optimally and try and speedrun through the game, you would probably just... you can make people... what's the word for it? Dismiss. That's the word I was looking for. You can dismiss them, and there's no real downside to that, other than you lose the character itself. But instead, I'm going to try and protect my people. I just want this to go away.
A debauched contest of survival. The butcher's circus is all these things.
So this is a PvP. I'm not interested in it. How do I get out of it? Return to game. How do I go back to the hamlet? Uh-oh. You know what, YouTube? That's going to do it here while I figure out how to get back to the hamlet. Normally I would like to load the next party for another mission, but we'll do that next time. If you enjoyed this, YouTube, why don't leave a like and subscribe? Everyone helps me out, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!